Guys, guess who's back? If you said Pete Davidson, you definitely got that correct. And not only is Pete back, Pete looks as though he has gained maybe 4 or 5 pounds, maybe somewhere there. He looks well rested, and not just that, he looks extra clean. Pete is given the sense that he has been really, really doing well on his healing journey. Now, in case you guys are not aware, Pete Davidson, he has been struggling with his mental health from he has been a child. And I have to say, based on the research that I've conducted from the passing of his father in 9/11, he has been having a really difficult time. And being in the celebrity scene and spotlight, while it has helped him to afford some of the finer things in life and buy his mom a house, taking care of his mom and sister, being a celebrity definitely has also taken a toll on Pete with judgment, criticism, Kim Kardashian using him for clout. Even when he didn't want to be used for clout anymore, Kim was still, given the sense that Pete was still sending her gifts and all of that. It was so horrible to the point where Pete Davidson had a meltdown on the set of Bob Kiss, and that happened, I believe that happened 3 years ago, if I'm correct, if not. But I know it was in November, so I think it is November of 20, yes, it's November of 2022. So it is almost 2 years ago that Pete had a meltdown in his trailer. He basically broke a TV through his trailer window and all of that because Kim was there. And I'm telling you, this is what the report said. It said that he had a meltdown, and the meltdown was because Kim was given the impression that they're still together, and she was teasing posts on the internet to make it seem as though Pete was sending her gifts. Pete Davidson did not like that because he wanted to move on from her. And then we also saw Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson at last year's Met Gala. Yes, it was last year Met Gala that we saw Kim wearing that dress with the pearls falling apart, and we saw where it appeared as though they were in a heated conversation, and Usher was there as the referee. So it seems as though Pete Davidson finally got the opportunity to confront her about what she was doing. And after that, we really, hardly heard of Pete. And then we heard that he was, taking a break because he wasn't doing well. He was on ketamine and all of that. And it was prescribed. Don't get it wrong. He wasn't doing ketamine illegally. He was prescribed it to help him, control his mood because of his depression. So he's back. He's out with his friend Machine Gun Kelly. They've been friends for quite a number of years. And it's really good to see that, his old friends are still standing by him. Now, I'm going to get into this report with you guys of Pete Davidson, being back out in the public eye once again with his friend Pete Davidson. I'm going to tell you what they've been up to and all of that jazz. So, let's get into it. Now, according to TMZ, Pete Davidson just made his first public appearance in months, spotted for the first time since seeking mental health treatment back in July, and he's sporting a big change to his look. The comedian and SNL alum hit up a LA Clippers opening game at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, Wednesday night, hanging with his buddy Machine Gun Kelly, and it looks like most of his sleeve tattoos are gone. Yes, most of the tattoos are gone, and it makes him look, it just makes him look bright because he doesn't have all of that ink anymore. But let's continue with this report. Now, they're saying, as we know, Pete's famous for his love of tattoos and he's heavily inked, but it looks like he's turning over a new leaf and trying to ditch some of that ink, particularly on his arms, where only faded remnants seems to remain. No. TMZ is also further stating that Pete sported a red, that's a red FD, I don't know which brand this, FDNY T-shirt, which looks like a heartfelt tribute to his late father, Scott Matthew Davidson, a New York City firefighter who tragically died in 9/11 attack when Pete was just 7. So you guys know he lost his father at a very tender age. Now TMZ is also saying overall Pete seemed to be in a good mood, especially after a tough few months when he checked himself into a mental health facility over the summer. They're also saying the news hit as Pete comedy gigs were getting cancelled left and right, but he was clearly focused on prioritizing his mental health, and it looks like it pays off considering how happy he looks in his recent sighting. End of that report. And that is so true. He looks really happy and he looks a lot healthier. Seems as though he has been resting a lot and maybe focusing on, more positive things. Also, if you guys remember, immediately after the relationship ended with Chase Sui, she was very concerned for his health because Chase Sui was saying that Pete Davidson was hanging out with people who had problems and those people could easily well cause him to be in a tragic situation. And she was basically, appealing to him to get help before things went left and, he's not able to come back from it. So evidently Pete took her advice. They're not together again, but he took her advice. We can see that he's looking healthy. He's looking like a better version of himself. And I'm also here wondering, is Pete a Christian now? Did Pete find God? Because that's what happens sometimes when people remove the tattoos. They, believe that, this is a past life and I'm going to ditch it. If I can remove the tattoos, I'm going to remove them. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts about Pete's new look? And I do hope that Kim doesn't use this man for clout, relevance, and attention. She may not post anything on her Instagram page to pretend as though he sent her a gift, but she may use the media to say, oh my God, I care about him so much. I was so worried about him and I'm so happy he's getting the help that he needs, and all of that jazz. So I'm just praying that she just leaves this man the heck alone, okay? But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. It's your time to chime in. Let me know what are your thoughts while you're at it. Thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you all later. Bye guys.